Now let's remove the user model everywhere that is used. So I'm searching where the user model is used so I can remove it. So in the user controller is removed in the token command. We can remove this command since we don't need it. Let's search again in the auth controller. So we can remove it here. We can remove also these namespaces. Let's search again, auth service provider. So here we can just remove this type hinting here, and we can remove the user here. User service, no, here we will keep it. Update rankings. So this change is a bit tricky and we will do it in the next tutorial. So let's go to the other one. User factory. We can remove this class now. So user seeder, we can remove this also. Stats controller. So this is also tricky because it's the same as the other one, but I will change this one first. So if we go to the user controller, let's copy this part and I will paste it here, and we will use it here, this user service get user. Let's search again. We have now update the rankings listener. We need to find a user via the ID. We can do it like this: user service is equal to new user service, and we will find it, get order user ID here. And let's search again. So I forgot to remove the namespace. So stats controller, update rankings, user service and user service. So everything is changed correctly. Now we need to change these rankings. Now let's update the rankings here. The problem with this query here is that it's getting all the users that are influencer, and we already have a call for that, which is all. The problem here is that the user are paginated, and here the user are not paginated. So we should find a way that that call returns user paginated and not paginated. The solution that I found is really simple, and let's go to our user controller, and we return here the user paginated, but I will make a condition here. So the condition is if request input page, so if the page is -1, then I will return user all. So I will cast this as int here to be sure. So with this change, now in the user controller, when the page is 1, 2, 3 paginated, we get a paginated resource. If the page is -1, then we get all the users, we don't get the formatting, and we can filter them by the influencer. So let's do it now. We will get all the users now. So this user service all, and the page should be -1. With that, now we can remove this part here, but we need all the users that are influencers. So first I will make this a collection. So this Laravel function returns this array, so the response should be an array, and makes it to a collection so I can use it like this. So now we can get all the users that are influencers. So users, filter, we add a function here, and this needs a user. And actually we will remove the user here. This is better. We need all the users that is influencer is, I will return like this, all the users that are influencers. So let's copy this part and remove the user here. And the other file that we wanted to change is the rankings, which is the same. We can use it like this. So let's create the user service. And we will call it here. So we can remove the user here also. So this full name needs to be removed also. So I will make it first name, user, last name. I will remove the user here, and the user is used only on the user service. Now let's test if everything is okay by running the update rankings command. PHP artisan update rankings. So the rankings is completed. This means we didn't have any errors and everything works fine. Now let's refactor the user model. First, let's remove this extends, and we will remove all these comments. Now we will create the user as a normal class. We may remove this also Laravel traits and fields. So the role won't work anymore, so we can remove it. And to get the role now, first we have to add the fields. Public ID. This is first name, last name, email, and is influencer. We can add also created that and updated that, but we will not add them for now. So these are the fields for the user, and for the role we have to find first the user role, which is user role where user ID is equal to this ID, and we'll get the first one since it's unique. Then role find user role ID. So this is how we will get the role now. Now we have to find where this role is used. So we'll search for arrow role, and here in the auth controller we have to replace this with a function now. Let's go back, and the other cases are inside the user, and the user role ID here, this should be removed, and we should drop the connection with the user ID, since it doesn't belong here. So let's go to the user, and for the permissions here we'll use a function, and everything here will be correct, and also has access will be correct. This is also correct. Get revenue attribute, so we don't have any get attribute now, so it should be just revenue. Let's search for the revenue. So only one case, and we have to use it as a function here. Let's go back, and full name attribute, we can remove that full underscore name here. So we have two cases for the full name. Actually, I will keep it, but I will do it like this, full name. And in the other cases, I will just replace this with full name. And this will full name. So the refactoring is done. Now this is a normal class, and doesn't have any Laravel connection to it. And the last change that we will make is adding a constructor here. And we'll pass a JSON. And this will be the same as, let's go to the user service. It will be the same as this one. So let's go back, paste it here, and this I will change every value there. And with this change, now I can go to the user service and remove the parse user and use it directly like this, new user. This is much more cleaner. Let's replace every instance here. So every change has been made. So this is how we refactor the user model now. Now user has no connection with this project anymore, so the user microservice is completed.